So we're continuing in Mishlei Perek Pasuk Vav. Orach Chaim pen tefales, the ways of life. Don't try to measure to follow her. Here we're referring to her as averot. Don't try to measure your life to follow her. Na'u magelotea lo teda. If you follow her twisted paths, you won't know how to escape. So here the Gaon of Vilna says, this is talking about when a person has sin and you have the orach chaim, the way of your life. So if you say, okay, let me dabble a little bit with sin, and then I'll be okay. So he says, even if you even if you go a little bit, you'll get into the twisted, entangled ways, and you won't know any clarity anymore what the proper way is. And the word, when you know you're not on the right path, is justify. Once you start justifying things, well, you know what, I could convert her. Well, you know what, it's not really a sin in stealing. It's okay, I could do this business deal. It's not, okay, I could, once you start justifying, then you know that you're on the wrong path. And the person, okay, let me dabble a little bit and whatever, you're going to get twisted and entangled in these ways. And Shlomo HaMelech stresses, Ve'ata banim shimuli. Now, my sons, please listen to me. Ve'al tasuru me'im refi. Don't leave the words of my mouth. Meaning, says the Gaon of Vilna, don't even start on that path. Don't even go afilu rega. He says, not even for one moment. And not to leave the words of my mouth, the words of the Torah. There's two ways that a person could keep on his game. Number one is chazara, is to review. When a person reviews Torah all the time and he reviews, he won't get on the path of the evil. He's always constantly in review. And also, ikar halimud yeh bishvil la'asot. En halimud ha'ikar el ha'ma'aseh. The main thing is the action, meaning we learn a lot. We come every day, we hear some halachot. It's nice to hear, nice to learn, but the main thing is putting it into action. So when we learn things and we put it into action, then I'm putting into action the Torah way, the proper orach chaim, the proper way of life. If I learn and I don't put it into action, then the value of it is much less. So when we put things into action that we learn, and when we review, then it will keep us on the proper path. One more pasuk. Harchek me'aleha darkecha. Distance from her. Again, her is here referring to averot. Distance your path from her. Ve'al tikrav el petach beta. And don't get near her door, the door of her house. So here he connects to something that he spoke about earlier, that there's two types of people that sin. There can be a person in his own home, he's already thinking about how to sin and planning, etc. Or a person, he's not thinking of sin, he's going to work, and then a sin comes up, or an event comes up, and he could do a sin. So we have to try to distance ourselves and try to care for ourselves in both these situations. And he stresses that when a person reviews his Torah and a person puts into action the Torah ways that he learns, he will be spared from, number one, when he's on his path of life, not bumping into sin, and number two, when he's in his own home, his own confines, not thinking about sin and planning to do sin, he'll also be protected from that as well. B'ezrat Hashem will protect us from the twisted paths of averot and always be on the path of Torah and mitzvot. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya omer atzah kadosh baruch hu lezakot et yisrael ficha chibar lehem Torah mitzvot shneimar Adonai hafetz leman tzidko yagdil Torah ve'yadir.